All right, have and have not fans, today is the day. I'm going to be a bit optimistic. I'm in a good mood today. So it is the finale of season 7 of the haves and the have nots. First up, I think I decided since tonight is the finale, and I think after tonight, my shows will be reduced to Sisters, my occasional dip my toe in the water for House of Pain Assisted Living. Bruh has 3 episodes left, so I might bring back or revive my haves and have not rewatch series where I pretty much rewatch the show from the beginning and do reviews. Like I think I stopped after episode 2, but yeah, I did episodes 1 and 2, and I might pick up with 3. So let me know in the comments if you would like me to do that again, and I will probably put a poll up on the community tab as a reminder. But before going further into the video, go ahead and hit like. Let's try to get this video to 80 likes. Go ahead and hit subscribe to help me reach 150,000 before the end of 2020. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. And hit the bell icon, select all, allowing all notifications. That way you are informed whenever I post content or go live. So this video is pretty much, me going into the thought process of, we know that Veronica is going to make her rounds tonight, pretty much going over to Madison's place, going over to Justin's place, and maybe she's going to end it by going back to her house. And just based off what she's wearing, she's going to have Samuel come over. So I'm guessing this is towards the back half or the end of the episode, because we know David and Alyssa are going to be getting it on, and now Veronica and Samuel will be getting it on. So the thing I want to bring up in this video is, do you think Veronica is setting up Samuel, or is she genuine about her interest in him and upgrading him? Because when you think about it, it seems like she's pulling out all the stops for Samuel that she never did with Benny or RK or the thug she's messing with, or whoever else. I mean, it just seems a bit too good to be true. I mean, not to get all biblical here or sound like a preacher, but isn't that Satan with temptation? Like when Jesus was going through the desert, and correct me if I'm wrong, wasn't it about 40 days he went on his own journey through the desert? And throughout that duration of time, the devil was trying to tempt him with all sorts of things, like, oh, here's some water, here's here's bread, and hey, if you follow me and give your allegiance to me instead of your father, I'll go ahead and give you a legion, an army, people to praise and worship you, and all these things where it looked tempting, but it's like you take what's in front of you, as opposed to, because it looks good for the moment, without thinking of the long-term repercussions. So in a little bit of a twist, what Veronica might be doing to Samuel is exactly what Hannah tries not to fall for, even though sometimes she should actually take what's given to her, because it's not actually ill will. But then again, the argument could be made, well, Jeremy, sometimes things that are given to you out of the goodness of someone's heart actually leads to problems you have to deal with as time goes on. That's true too, but we don't want to, stray too far from the path on this particular topic. The reason I'm bringing this up is because we know in the previous episode, Veronica made the phone call. We don't know who she was talking to, but basically, let's just call her an informant. Basically, someone who can get information for Veronica whenever she needs. So she makes the call, and from there she says Samuel and Laura Wilson, I believe is the last name, and basically she had a feeling about them. And the person on the phone, I think Veronica was like, I need it as soon as possible. And the woman, we don't know what she said, but oh, that quickly, huh? So that lets us know that whoever is working for Veronica is able to obtain this information pretty damn quick, enough to surprise Veronica. So my question is, before Samuel gets called over to Veronica's house, and then she goes to the bed with the money, and then, they start getting it on, is this before or after Veronica gets the intel on who Samuel is? Because if she finds out that he's a con artist, him and Laura rob people, they get these jobs as like the pool boy or the maid, and then they take, these rich people for their money. Don't you think it's a bit too coincidental that Veronica's out on her bed full of cash? It just feels like if she knows Samuel wants the money, putting it all out there. So it's one of those situations where Veronica's thinking 2 steps ahead. Now, one could argue that she didn't know about Laura being a con artist until she finds out from this woman she called because of her bad feeling, because of the fact that she picked Laura specifically to be the body double for the hood to go kill her. So she already had a plan for Laura to get her out of the way. Samuel was a wild card, something that she didn't expect. So it's one of those situations where could she be setting Samuel up? Could she be basically saying, hey, I'm going to upgrade you so you can dump that little maid, that little girl of yours, and be with me instead? It's just one of those things where we know Veronica's typically 5 steps ahead of everyone else. So it's a matter of, do you think she will genuinely want Samuel? Or do you think it's a situation where, okay, let me soften him up now, so eventually when Laura gets killed, he'll be more inclined to come over to me? You know what I'm saying? So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think that she's setting up Samuel? I mean, RK robbed her, and, you know, she threatened to have him arrested and everything, but, you know, still had sex with him a couple of times, but mocked him afterwards. So I'm wondering if it's a situation where, do you think that Veronica is, again, setting him up? I mean, if nothing else, we know Samuel is the more cautious of. Yeah, it's kind of ironic because Laura is the person who tends to be more jealous because of Samuel being hit on by these older women. And then you have Samuel who's actually heeding the warnings of Derek. So what exactly does Samuel do, or what does Veronica say or do that gets him into bed, even though he remembers what was said to him by Derek? So we'll just have to wait and see. But regardless, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you would like to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal, Cash App, or join my Patreon for as little as $1 a month.